Forget Thanos and Kang, there is one tyrant whose power shames them both. The terrifying evidence that Dr. Doom could erase the entire MCU with a single thought is hidden in his history. Stick to the end to see the moment even Marvel's writers feared him. Dr. Doom is the kind of tyrant forged not from ambition alone, but from a certainty that the future itself requires his hand on the wheel. He has stared into what lies ahead and come back convinced that salvation is only possible if he becomes the one ruler over all existence. With that belief burning at his core, every moment of his life became a deliberate march toward absolute supremacy. His rise was not accidental, not lucky, not random, it was inevitable. And the deeper he went into the pursuit of power, the more the universe realized that Doom was not simply another villain. He was a force of nature wrapped in steel and sorcery, a man whose mind and strength could unmake gods and humiliate legends. Even eternity, if pushed, would have no choice but to bend. Though Doom's physical might is staggering, it is his terrifying intelligence that elevates him into a category beyond comprehension. The genius and the monster are inseparable halves of one entity. Flip the coin however you like, it still lands the same way. It still spells doom. His armor, a masterpiece of nuclear titanium engineering, grants him strength that surpasses humans and rivals gods. But the deeper systems embedded within it elevate him to something even worse. With a pulse of the hypnotic tech layered into his suit, he can override the minds of crowds as easily as flicking a switch. With a neural disruptor woven into his gauntlets, he can shut down an opponent's nervous system until their body becomes nothing more than a puppet waiting for a master. He roams the time stream with devices integrated into his armor technology that allows him to freeze time, leap across it, or stand between individual seconds like stepping into the negative space between heartbeats. It was this mastery of temporal physics that granted him victory over Galactus, for Doom did not overpower the Devourer of Worlds in a single confrontation. He ascended by journeying through an endless ocean of alternate realities, examining thousands of outcomes until he located the single thread where victory was possible and seized it with unshakable certainty. His armor contains systems capable of reversing the polarity of Magneto's magnetic field, weaponizing Magneto's own power against him, and turning mastery into vulnerability. Lightning cannons engraved into his gauntlets unleash currents strong enough to pierce even Thor's divine resilience. His cloaking systems are so silent, so absolute, that Wolverine, whose senses can detect emotion and the heartbeat of prey, cannot track him at all. Doom becomes, in effect, a ghost in a world that fears his presence. As time passes, the armor adapts, enhancing itself through demonic energies and exotic sciences that no mortal could ever begin to understand. Its most terrifying feature may be the Power Siphon, a system that has drained cosmic gods dry. The Odin Force, the sacred power of the Allfather, the foundation of Asgard itself. Doom has taken it. The Power Cosmic, the infinite reservoir wielded by Galactus and his heralds, he has harnessed that as well. These are energies capable of warping galaxies, resurrecting civilizations, or snuffing out stars like dying candles. Doom absorbed them as though they were simply fuel. He has drained Franklin Richards, a child whose powers can birth universes, and Nightmare, amplified by every dream of every creature across creation. He has tanked attacks from Celestials behind force fields that would liquefy the fabric of reality if they failed. When Exitar, whose energy output surpasses every known cosmic source, loomed over Earth, Doom alone stood between the planet and annihilation, and it was Doom who endured. He has defeated a Power Cosmic amped Hulk, fought the Black Panther hand-to-hand on even terms, and even challenged Daredevil in pure close combat. His intelligence is famously equal to Reed Richards, a man who has built machines that surpass human civilization by millennia. Reed has crafted time machines, dimensional gateways, faster-than-light vessels, and robots beyond the output of Galactus' heralds. Doom meets, and often exceeds, this level of brilliance. His extra-dimensional robots surpass the limits of human conceptualization. He mastered vibranium in a way the entire nation of Wakanda, including its greatest minds, never could. He connected himself to every atom of vibranium across the multiverse and declared that its unified power eclipsed the Power Cosmic itself. His Doombots can battle the Silver Surfer directly, and the Purple Man once admitted that Doom's willpower is unmatched by any being alive. Doom survived, having his heart turned to stone and his blood transformed into acid before being flung millions of years into the past to be devoured by ancient monsters. He simply refused to die. He marched across epochs fueled by sheer defiance. He endured treatment in hell itself, and showed no sign of pain not because he was immune, but because Doom does not bow to suffering. He is one of the greatest sorcerers to ever walk the earth. After only months of training, he was spoken of as rivaling, perhaps surpassing, Doctor Strange. He can banish enemies to 1 million BC with a spell, tear the seams between dimensions, and undo the effects of Ghost Rider's penance. Stare, a feat few would dare attempt. When he struck a pact with the Hazareth, his arcane power accelerated to what would have taken a lifetime of relentless training to achieve. His mere presence distorts the rules of existence, repelling physics and bending reality. He can seize Strange's astral form and force it back into his body. One of his inventions, the Prime Mover, is capable of manipulating the narrative structure of reality, rewiring the very story a being exists in. He has taken on an entire modern celestial host whose battles shake the first firmament, the primeval universe. He trained for centuries under the Marquis of Death, becoming something far beyond mortal magic. He carved open the Hulk's skull with an adamantium chainsaw to perform brain surgery and rebuilt the Destroyer armor after siphoning the Odin Force from Asgardians. At his peak, Doom claimed he could collapse all timelines, all realities, all existence with a thought, and the suppressing part is that no one doubted him. After Molecule Man absorbed the power of the Beyonders, Doom channeled a piece of that infinite force to overpower an Infinity Gauntlet wielder, execute a Phoenix Force-empowered Cyclops with ease, and create a new Galactus as a servant for Franklin Richards. When you gather every feat, every moment, every impossible victory, Doom rises to the level of a high-complex multiversal entity with speed and power beyond measurable scale. He is not simply a ruler. He is an era, he is inevitability carved into armor. He has transcended the dream of controlling reality. Now he simply reshapes it whenever he chooses. If you ever look for the strongest presence in any room, the gods themselves would caution you. Do not challenge Doom. And with the world buzzing about Robert Downey Jr. stepping into the role, the only question left is how far the MCU will dare to push the unstoppable legend of Victor Von Doom. Tell me which Doom feat is the most astonishing. Argue if any MCU hero could survive facing him. Drop your verdict in the comments. Follow for more truths the comics tried to hide.